back. Last time I was here, I was talking to Joyce, getting some history lessons. A friend of mine told me that I should internalize some of these thoughts and use my skill points on some of the thoughts, these things. So, I'll do that right now. Let me see which one I want to gain out of these two. Hobo Cop. Get a temporary research bonus. Oh, temporary bonus. Okay, -1 composure. While this internalizes, okay. And you basically just become a hobo. Hobo mentality. Or jamais vu. Which, what do I get out of this? Let me see what this says. Revachol Special Administrative Region Lakayu, the Insulindian Ocean. Coalition Government, Insulindian Mission Command, name after name, and none of them is familiar. But they seem real. Something's wrong. You feel like a kid looking at stickers on the fridge. Truvance, the Apricot Company, World Games 34. You'd almost see your hand reaching out for them. Scratch out the corners, see if they peel loose. This feels like the most important of all thoughts. The one you must truly complete. I really like that. What do these thoughts have any like attributes to like any of these things up here, like intelligence or psyche or whatever? Just because jamais vu feels way more like a psych thing than any of the other ones. But yeah, I'm gonna internalize that one. I like that one. It's really cool. It's gonna take 3 hours. Now, is that 3 in-game hours or real time? We'll have to see. But yeah. I don't think I have any more points to internalize anything else. Can I? I'll look at that later if I can internalize anything else. I can probably internalize Hobo Cop actually. Can I? I can. Alright, might as well. Ooh, okay. Am I like tied to one of these things at a time? This little like lightning arc that's coming from my character. Interesting. I did want to talk to Joyce some more.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
Let's try to finish out our dialogue options with her. You seem rich.
Is what you want to say, but it isn't that easy, is it?
What? It's not?
Look at that lady. Take a gander. Squint your eyes, bub.
What lustrous hair.
A well-kempt, yet tastefully short bob of dark hair. Despite the first hints of grey, she's elected to keep it au naturel, shaped into a permanent wave. Late 40s style.
I thought I was gonna say that to her. I didn't realize it was like my own internal thought. Yes.
While dull orange pearls hang from her earlobes, red from the cold. Her light green eyes scan you, full of knowledge and worry. Wealth and all its possibilities.
Ooh.
These are the kind eyes of the rich man that seem to say everything is possible.
Interesting. Kind eyes of a rich man. Rich in what?
Within reason.
So?
Now look at you. You misery-clad simian. Barely able to tie your own laces. Your armpits are lakes. A scythe of booze precedes you. Your hair sticks to your forehead and your underwear feels uncomfortable.
God, just thank you for painting the picture of me just being an awful, disgusting person.
You're poor. Poor as balls. You can't ask this person for money. You're too...
Oh, okay. Okay. We got some nice options here. Shake this leech for some dough. Because, you know, all these rich people are leeches. Also, why would I consider that? This is a woman and I'm a man. Shouldn't be asking her for this. Interesting. What is this feeling?
Shame? You haven't really been in the presence of gentlefolk either, have you? What shame is there to be felt in front of these dock workers, cops, and hotel clerks? but to belittle yourself in these eyes of Odinil. Oh God, the lieutenant is here too. Do not dishonor the force.
So much shame.
As I was saying, if there's any way I may be of assistance, please don't hesitate to ask.
I mean, she seems like she wouldn't be offended or anything if asked for money. Let's go. Let's do it. 72%.
I am sorry. It just doesn't come out of your mouth. What does is surprisingly eloquent, really. The last one, not the first three. Those are ape speak.
When am I gonna pass one of these checks, man? Do I really need to be up to like 90% if I want to pass something? Or am I just unlucky? I like that one.
Excuse me? I didn't hear you.
What you meant to say was,
Man, it's locked. Alright. You're on a boat.
Why, yes I am.
Does she have a name?
The boat? No. It is called Cordelati 19 because that's the type of sloop it is.
the word it feels strange. Such a beautiful boat deserves a proper name.
Yeah, your boat needs a name.
Okay. How about Cordelati 19? Why? Because it was manufactured in Revachol East by a company called Cordelati, and its hull is 19 paces long.
How about Dolores?
Why Dolores?
I don't know. It just feels pretty.
Well, it means nothing to me. I think I'll stick with the factory name. But thank you for the suggestion.
What kind of boat is it?
It's a pleasure craft, a 19 pacer. It also happens to be rated for Category 1 racing. Though these days I mainly use it for business.
Alright. How do you like it?
My sloop? I like it a lot. It's the eel's hips, baby.
Eels, hips.
I'm enjoying this part of the interview. It has so little to do with the murder we're investigating.
Yeah, but now I can use the line eels hips in the future. That was a great, smooth line.
I really do, the lieutenant thinks. Is she thrown off yet? He's looking at the woman, assessing her.
Not a lot of people on boats.
Of course there are. We're on an archipelago. How else are you supposed to get around?
We are on an archipelago?
Yes, we are. We are on Le Caillou.
I thought we were on Revachol.
We are. And the city of Revachol is on the island of Le Caillou.
I haven't seen anyone else sail.
I haven't seen anyone else drive a souped-up Capri Kenema motor carriage either.
Actually, that motor carriage has been specially issued to serve as a patrol and pursuit vehicle.
Talking about the Kim's thing?
It's for crossing long distances in the greater Revachol industrial harbor. It's not a toy.
Neither is this. A toy, I mean. It's a machine for crossing long distances in the Bay of Revachol, between the city and the islands.
She's having a good time arguing against the law. Too good, perhaps.
Got a license?
Officer, I assure you I'm a highly qualified pleasure craft operator.
The crowns of her teeth are porcelain, white as the boat's hull as she smiles. Her nonchalance might be related to something called the Wayfarer Act, a law that says she doesn't need a license. Sly Fox, you're not aggressive enough to harass her further on this.
Why would I harass her if she doesn't need one? Alright.
Good.
And the last one, tell me about this alleged drug trafficking.
It's quite straightforward. Someone is using Terminal B to smuggle raw ingredients from the Samaran Isola into Revachol with the Union's blessing. Wild Pines has suspected it for years.
Okay.
Ingredients for what, ma'am?
Meth and dextroamphetamine, GBL, and various synthetic psychedelics. Honestly, it might be quicker to say what you can't make from the stuff.
Yeah, and the materials are coming from Samara?
Yes. After they clear the terminal, we lose track. The actual production is taking place at various sites in and around Jamrock Quarter, north of here.
While Pine seems to be well apprised of the local drug trade, man. Do you mean to say the Union also produces the product? Sells drugs, I mean?
We're in logistics. It's our business to know. And no. As far as the company knows, the Union does not produce it. They transport the ingredients for a cut.
Wonderful. So we got corruption and drug trafficking going on too.
Yes, but you won't get anything out of Evrat and the Dock Workers Union. Still, every chain has its weak link.
The handoff. The motor lorries at the roundabout.
The lorries?
Precisely. Someone needs to move the ingredients from the harbor into the city. Once they reach Jamrock, they're distributed to a network of local manufacturers well beyond our grasp. But in transit, they are vulnerable. Perhaps you've noticed that a number of lorries are tangled in a traffic jam at the roundabout just now. Interview the drivers who are still hanging about. One of them might be waiting for a crucial shipment. I'll be explicit. If you find this driver, I will share company secrets with you.
It's no coincidence that they're stranded, is it?
No. We asked East Motor Track to raise the drawbridge. The road company is a partner of one of our subsidiaries. However, this is a limited time opportunity. Once the complaint has been processed by the Trade Committee, they'll have no choice but to lower the drawbridge, and the operation will continue.
Right.
Thousands of liters of raw ingredients will pour onto the streets of Revachol. Not the east across the river, but the west. The vulnerable, the weary.
Well, at least this solves one mystery.
What is that, Lieutenant?
Why I had to call East Motor Tract and beg them to open a drawbridge for me. I'd wondered since I first drove in, on my motor carriage.
I am sorry for the inconvenience, Lieutenant Kisaragi, but we need them trapped here. This is a unique opportunity. I'm sure you understand.
Why didn't you come to the RCM? I assume because there's so much corruption. There's probably moles and stuff in the RCM.
We did. On more than one occasion. Apparently, there's some sort of inter-precinct disagreement about whose jurisdiction this area falls under.
Even better, bureaucracy holdup.
We know the company has launched its own probe into the Union's alleged involvement. We also know it's come up empty. It's not just the RCM. No one's been able to find any hard evidence.
Well, here's your chance, officers.
You got any proof?
How do you think they're financing this strike? There are thousands of unpaid dock workers going strong for the 4th month straight.
There was a shakedown of local businesses preceding the strike. Many were squeezed to bankruptcy to fund it.
With all due respect to these desert cacti, the contents of a few cash registers cannot provide for 2,000 men. The local businesses can scarcely provide for themselves. Precisely. Smuggled out of that very gate at night, most likely, then loaded onto lorries and driven to Jamrock. You simply need to find one driver who will open up to you.
It sounds like she tried looking into it herself, but she's clearly not the type your typical lorryman would confide in.
Might as well. I had nothing better to do.
Yes?
We'll take the case.
Excellent. According to my reports, there are at least 3 lorry drivers lingering near the roundabout. Hopefully one of them will know something. It may come to nothing, or it may just blow the case wide open. I can keep the drawbridge up for a few more days at least. You should have the time you need. In the meantime, let me know if there's any other way I may be of assistance.
Sure. Alright. Let's get started on that. Interrogate the drivers about the smuggling at Terminal B. Where's Terminal B?
Yes?
Alright. Is it on my map where Terminal B is? What? Where's my map? There you go. I guess not. I'm just gonna head Let me ask her real quick for a second. I'm sure she's mentioned it a million times and I just missed it.
You're back. Good. Until you come up with something at that intersection, I'm afraid I...
She simply nods.
Alright. It was the roundabout and by the drawbridge that everyone is stuck on. Is there a drawbridge here? I don't see it, but I'm sure I'll find it. I don't think I had anything else to do that was very, like, pending. Yeah, there was a smoker we can visit later on in the day, and I could talk to Kim at the end of the day. Then there's all this other little things here. There's these old men still playing our motor carriage. Maybe I can just follow the road to figure out where Kim came from. Is there a sign somewhere that says anything? I don't think so. How do you get the car there? I just realized he's like backed up right into a tree. Sewer grate, gateway to the river of filth. Oh man, there's so much stuff over here. Oh, here's a drawbridge. Company that controls the drawbridge. Okay.
There's a pile of cheap sunglasses in a small box. A variety of shapes and colors.
You like sunglasses, officer? I've got the latest styles right here.
Try 'em on.
Abort. These are hideous. What's more, they don't even fit your face. You can feel them pinching your nose and chafing against your brow.
So what?
Damn, officer! You look like a mega secret spy. Very secret. They're practically made for you. I'll let you have them for 2 real and 50 cents.
No, you are definitely not buying those.
You're right, Kim. Fine, Kim. I won't buy the sunglasses.
Are you sure? But they look so good on you. You should think this through, officer.
Let me rummage also.
These are all boring. Boring third-rate ho-hum sunglasses made of cheap Syrahese plastic. The kind of plastic that melts in the sun. Those UV stickers are almost certainly just there for the show. If anything, these lenses probably direct more UV light into your pupils.
These are all first-rate sunglasses. Premium design, superb material, very cool, UV resistant. These will definitely keep your eyes safe and cool while doing your dangerous police work.
I might as well try this. It's not like the percentages matter anyways.
No luck. All you find is this lime-colored cellophane visor, produced by a bargain sportswear brand called Amphibian, apparently. There's a malformed green frog on its bent cap.
Oh, that visor is perfect for you, officer. It'll definitely keep the sun out of your eyes while you're shooting criminals. Bang, bang! And all for a mere 6 real.
What a great salesman this guy is.
You don't like it? Sure, Square Joe. No problem. Let's get you some real shades.
I'm off for now. What else is he
There are
selling?
clothes inside. Cheap second-hand clothes, smelling of strangers' body odors.
Don't be shy. These are premium class clothes. Good quality fabrics, best retro design. Save the economy with your style, officer.
Let me try to speak to him on a personal level. Besides all this other...
You see a Samaran street vendor surrounded by a motley assemblage of goods. When he realizes you're looking at him, his face breaks into a wide, welcoming grin. The name Siileng is embroidered over his breast pocket.
Happy shopping, officer. Everything's cool here.
What's so cool?
Everything's cool. The goods are cool, the customers are cool, the place is cool. And one more thing, officer,
Yes.
you're very cool. Bang, 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 bang!
God, I love this guy. You think I'm cool?
Oh, yes! You got style. You got personal style. You know what you like.
As I walk around with a hobo hat, like dishwashing gloves and a bag of used bottles.
You like premium menswear. Look around and browse. Everything looks cool on a guy like you. Take your time.
Don't be distracted by the flattery and funny man act. Questions?
Where you from?
Me? It's a boring story, officer. Who cares about the past? I'm all business now. All Revachol.
Yeah, but you're not local, right?
Very sharp, officer. I'm Serais, from the Sigai province of the Serais Empire. The apricot suzerainty, you know?
How's it called that?
The apricot suzerainty is what the Sigai archipelago is commonly known as in Revachol. It's a bit of a fraud term, I'm sure you understand.
No, apricots come from Sigai. My grandma used to grow them. But Sigai is a shithole. That's why I came to Revachol. Here's much better for an independent entrepreneur. Less laws. Speaking of, why not support an independent local entrepreneur? I send half my profits back to my grandma in Sigai.
Well, if it's for his grandma, you should buy a lot of things.
Oh, come on, Empathy. Don't be so naive. What kind of stuff you selling?
Only the coolest goods in Revachol. I've got sneakers, speakers, extremely comfy pants too. Try them on right here. No shame, only freedom.
Where'd you get these?
I'm an entrepreneur, officer. I've got sources, buyers, suppliers, distributors, manufacturers, wholesalers, all extremely cool and above board.
You got permit?
Good joke, officer. Here we don't have permits, just economic freedom. Take a look around.
Yeah, I was gonna say, he said he came here because there's less laws, and also Joyce didn't even need a license for her boat. Why would this guy need a permit to sell?
You glance around the decrepit buildings, the miserable weather, the sidewalks strewn with sunflower seeds and a dust-choked air.
It's beautiful. Beautiful freedom.
I guess so. Sweet, yeah, no permits means less work for me.
That's right. Revachol is the best place for an independent self-employer like myself. That's why it's so cool with all the models coming here and cool celebrities.
Siileng gets to work his own hours. He makes his money work for him. He's an independent startup. Is there a discount?
No need for discounts at Siileng's, officer. Everything's already on sale. Anything you want, 50% off.
Bro, if it's all on sale, then it's not a sale. Stop with these Black Friday tricks.
But did he first mark them up 100%, just so that he could put them on sale?
I mean, yeah, there's no use praying.
Yes,
Whatever.
it's a business secret. Let him keep it.
That's all.
Anything for you.
Yo, let me get some money.
Start with a little compliment, then work your way up from there. This is about business, remember.
Why is that the one I pass?
Oh, okay. But why, officer?
Yes, an investment.
An investment? What kind of investment?
Yeah, it's an investment in me. My risk-reward ratio is high. Highest risk, lowest reward.
I guess it can't be any riskier than speculating in exotic derivatives. How much are we talking about here?
Let me just get 5.
What? Only a $5? You can't even buy a pack of Royal Extras with that. Let's make this one stick, my man.
Alright, give me $1 million.
But officer, I don't have that kind of money. There's got to be a more modest investment.
I need to give you more money. Take 10.
10 real is a bargain for that kind of investment. You got it, my man.
I'll look around. And I gotta reinvest this money into the local business.
You see two lowly, defeated speakers, thralls, slaves basically, perched atop them like conquerors surveying the land. A pair of found, durable wear sneakers, ultra serious.
I can see you have a taste for luxury, officer. Can't keep your eyes off those sneakers?
Yeah, let me see those shoes. Yo, hey, yo, kid, let me see the kicks.
A pair of found ultras. The design is impossibly sleek and simple. A futuristic silhouette with a sleek monochrome colorway, a jet black upper, and a silver-lined midsole.
Yo, these the new Yeezys?
Those sneakers, mister. Those sneakers are the latest found sneakers. Super air, super fine, super cool. Only 50 real.
Only? That's
Yeah.
madness.
50 real for some shoes?
Fun ultra. Wear the future. You remember the slogan from some magazine.
What about these speakers?
These once respectable speakers have been conquered, reduced to a mere prop by the indomitable found ultras atop them.
No, don't look at the speakers, officer. Look at the sneakers. The sneakers are the stars here.
Yeah, doesn't anyone want the speakers?
These, officer? These speakers are Samaran garbage. I'm ashamed to even use them for props. Don't waste your time on them.
Can't I just buy the sad speakers?
No way, officer. These aren't for sale. They're bad speakers. Low-fi socialist junk.
You know, I'm somewhat of a lo-fi socialist junk myself.
No, officer. You're a high-class policeman who accepts nothing less than the best. Lucky for you, I've got the best on sale.
You don't know what I want.
Well, if you want them, but see, they are the pedestal for my sneakers. If I let go of the speakers, where will the sneakers go? I can't leave premium lifestyle sneakers on the ground. If, on the other hand, you wanted to buy the sneakers too, I could maybe throw in the speakers for little extra. 50 cents?
So now it's 50 and 50 cents.
Damn, so you have to buy the sneakers first.
Let me look through these clothes also. Yeah, let me look through the clothes.
Keep coming back.
There's gotta be something
That's
cool here.
Good, officer.
You find your hands deep in tattered and faded garments made from weird polyester blends that make your body itch and sweat in all the wrong places.
I'm not gonna buy anything, but this guy, I just need to hear him try to sell me everything. He's the greatest.
Economical, but also trendy. Look first hand, buy second hand. Keep the economy moving.
No good. All you can come up with are some treated wool pants. You can tell they're too tight around your thighs and too loose around the waist.
Discard him.
No luck? Why not take another look, officer? Keep supporting the economy.
Alright, that had nothing to do with the drugs being smuggled, but I love that guy. The ability of some people to just, without end, 100% play the part and try every time they can to make like a good sale like that. I just love those people. Even if I'm never going to buy anything from them, I respect their ambition. Was that one of the trucks, or is that like a truck for a building specifically? Let's keep running around. Roy's Pawn Shop. Fast cash for faster times. Oh, is this where I can go like sell all the bottles that I've been picking up? Ooh, gloves. Of course they're fingerless. One electrochemistry. What are my current gloves giving me? One interfacing. Yeah, I'd rather walk around with the. I mean, these gloves make me cool. Didn't you hear the nice salesman over there? Who are you?
Good day to you, officers.
A burly man hangs out by the waterlock, carving up a generous serving of salami with an old hunter's knife. His eyes are fixed on a man stranded on the other side of the waterlock and on an enormous billboard that has fallen down into the canal between them.
You know what caused the wreckage?
I wasn't here to witness it, but those look like tire tracks on that sign. Weird, huh? Then again, plenty of daredevil drivers in Revachol.
The words Daredevil Driver sound ominous to you.
Too bad it also takes a year and a day to repair anything around here, especially a waterlock. The rest of the coast is closed off till then.
Do you know what's further down the coast?
Well, there's the fishing village, an abandoned fish market, a bizarro church. Not much use to the congregation, though. There always seems to be something wrong with it. Yeah, not really much else. Just bombed out ruins.
Can I get some of that salami?
Sure thing.
Hey, what a nice guy.
Want some too, officer?
Why not?
I'm surprised. I thought Kim was gonna say, no thank you. I've got more important things to do. Wow, that's it. What a cool guy.
A couple of indicator lights are missing from this control panel. Loose wires dangle from the now vacant holes. In the middle is a lever. Beneath it, a small metal plaque. This panel usually closes the waterlock, turning it into a bridge that lets you cross the canal. But there's a crashed salmon and butter sign in the way. Pulling the lever probably won't do anything.
That's right.
Pull the lever all the way up until the metal clicks against the contact pins. You hear a soft clunk. Then nothing happens.
Release it.
A spring brings the lever back to its original position. You still need to close the waterlock to get across the canal some other way. Wasn't there a sign over there saying functionality will be restored on Wednesday morning?
Yes, I did. Wait, so I have to wait until Wednesday to actually do this? What day is it today? Does it say anywhere? I know I have my timer, but like, do I have an actual thing that says a day? Oh my god, it's Monday. Well. Wow, do I really need to wait 2 days to be able to go in there? I mean, it's a pretty cool concept, but geez. It's gonna be a while. Tire tracks leading onto the roof. Let's go into this pawn shop. Let's go see if Rick's inside. I got some cool stuff. Passed down to me from, you know, my dead grandfather, you know, it was such a sentimental item. And he told me he loved this bottle. I'll sell it to you for $5. I love those people on Pawn Shop. On Pawn Stars, sorry. Oh my god. What an ominous looking store. DEI. Dark film projector. Military wear. Oh man, there's a few things to interact with too.
A typical Martinez streetlight sits among assorted floor and table lamps.
Where'd you get this?
It was brought to me to be altered.
We are not here to investigate the theft of city property.
I wasn't either.
You have to admit it's rather clever what he's done with it.
How much?
700 real. A bargain, I dare say.
You out of your mind?
The light has undergone 3 transformations, and every transformation, large or small, has a price tag.
What do you mean transformation?
Well, there are the cost of removal and rewiring.
Wait, so you're charging me because for the process of ripping it out of the ground?
The most important transformation is the light's placement among ordinary indoor fixtures, which has adjusted its morphological field. The light became suitable for use inside the home just a few days ago.
Okay, that checks out.
700. I still have my hotel to pay. I guess I'm gonna be running around with a street light.
You see rows of toy soldiers guarding the rest of the trinkets displayed on the table. Some on horseback, others in rags, others yet in bright blue uniforms. All are stern and unyielding in their duty. Try to find something pretty and cool here, then use it to win her back.
58%. I always pass these.
Everything you pick out seems faded, chipped, and sad something. Most of them are just broken toys.
Am I ever gonna pass anything that isn't that foolish 8% check I passed earlier?
This set of soldiers isn't meant to look impressive. A few have rifles, but most of them carry pistols. Some even shovels and tall sticks.
You're probably talking about the revolutionaries, yes? Yes, they are soldiers, revolutionary soldiers. I think their poverty has been exaggerated for effect. When you place them next to the royalists, it doesn't seem like they could possibly win.
Yeah, maybe the contrast is meant to be disheartening.
I don't like either set very much, to be honest. But there are many parents among my customers.
He seems to have his own take on the conflict played out in perpetuity by these toys. Might be interesting to find out what it is.
Like the blue uniforms.
They're not all blue. These figurines also wear gold coats and caps, complemented by orange trousers. They are variously posed, wielding swords and rifles with bayonets.
This looks like Renee.
This is what the loyalists looked like, yes, at first. Then they wised up and got camouflage.
Which ones? Ah, royalist soldiers from the time of the revolution. The uniforms are painted a bit too brightly, I suppose.
About the knights.
Big men on big horses, clad in lamella armor and carrying flintlocks, the kind that would mow down a line of enemy soldiers in the blink of an eye.
Who are they?
Franco-Nigerian knights. I used to be very serious about these guys.
A long, long time ago.
Interesting. Winner back?
Yes. Buy something nice. A figurine. This sounds off. You shouldn't trust this guy.
And what's this up here?
The boomboxes on the shelf look well-loved and well-traveled. Chipped, dented, they stare at you with the unblinking eyes of their tape reels. One especially catches your eye. Deep gold and amber plastic with a big old handle on top. A classic boombox that says Stereo 8 approved.
Okay.
This is you. Golden orange. A sunset suite. Just make sure it works before you buy it.
Yeah, not like the other guy's garbage speakers. Yeah, how would this come in handy?
If police work means playing tapes, sure. You can use it for that. Or any other time you'd need to play a tape.
Like a beach party. With sand and sun and seagulls dancing on the breeze.
There hasn't been a single beach this entire time. I'm sure Kim would yeah, yo Kim, I could bring these to a beach party, right?
Theoretically, yes. But we don't have time right now. It's generally murder investigation first, then beach party.
You're right. Work first, party later.
That is the unofficial RCM motto, yes.
Are you sure this is in working order?
Absolutely. I've tested each one myself with recordings of speech, found sounds and music from a variety of genres. Even though, I don't really like music.
Don't like music. In my psyche has something. Definitely is gonna have something to say about that. Come on.
Is the Harman Welsh W2, made in Vespa, designed in Seoul, plays all reel-to-reel formats, 2mm, 8mm, 12mm. It's even got a little radio in there. It'll set you back 12 real.
I might actually buy that, but I don't have any tapes to play right now. And I'm hoping that if I do find a tape, I'll have the option to come back, so I'll leave that for now. I'll have to actually talk to the shopkeeper.
It's not often that I see officers from the RCM in my pawn shop. What can I do for you?
You looking to pawn it or sell it?
His courtesy is not insincere, but he prefers being alone with his projector, just watching the movement of light across the walls of the shop.
I don't like any of these options, but whatever. Is there any trouble lately?
I haven't had any problems myself, though some of my customers have complained about inconsistent law enforcement.
Right.
Who are your customers usually?
All kinds of people come through here. Locals, travelers, people looking for a deal, people looking for a keepsake, people who are terminally bored. As you can see, I have a wide selection of goods for everyone to choose from.
Yeah, you got quite a collection.
It keeps me entertained.
You high?
Okay, he definitely is high. Whatever it is, you've probably done it, and many other things besides. But you can't cut through the jumble of sensations to get to the answer. Looking at his wares, talking to him, that might give you more clues.
Thank you, Logic. I just wanted to humor electrochemistry for a little bit.
A guarded man like him wouldn't tell you if you asked out loud.
You might be able to help.
I doubt it, but I can try and answer any questions you may have.
Yeah, you know that dead body? That guy's been hanging for a few days. You know anything about him?
I do my best to keep my distance from all manner of butchery. Bad for business, bad for everyone.
Of course.
The pawnbroker's gaze is already fixed on the dancing colors.
You have any guns?
Someone else came here earlier today asking the same question. I promptly sold her the gun you pawned a couple days back.
I pawned it?
This is a pawn shop, and it did feel as if you've met before. Oh God. The lieutenant shifts from one foot to another, alert.
I sold you my gun? Yeah?
You were adamant about getting rid of it, officer. Said you were undeserving of a service weapon of the Revachol Citizens Militia. And I don't like keeping guns around the shop for long. Off the charts photon emissions. The unhealthy kind.
He's not telling you the whole story. It seems he's trying to spare you.
I feel like something you're not telling me, man.
You weren't quiet yourself, officer.
Right.
You were very distraught. You said the gun was a threat to your life and that you can't trust yourself with it tonight. And that you need the money.
Interesting.
When I said that I don't normally buy firearms, you put the gun barrel in your mouth and sort of sucked on it. Then I agreed to take it.
Yeah, I'm sorry you had to go through that. I mean, I want to talk about it more, though. So, how much I sell it for?
15 real.
The lieutenant looks from you to Roy, and then back to you. It's clear that he hopes this tableau might still turn out to be a bad dream. It's not, though. This has got to be the most. Wow. There's pity there, too. in case you didn't notice.
It happens to the best of us, I guess.
It certainly does, especially in Revachol.
Was the buyer a policeman?
She didn't seem like a policeman, although she kept referring to herself as a pig, which was odd. I found her interest in the gun a bit obsessive, but I was just happy to get rid of it, and of her.
Have I run into anyone who's calling themselves a pig? I mean, the only two people that came to mind were that lady painting the wall that kept calling me a pig, and Joyce.
Truth be told, she was terrifying.
Right, so let me get this right. You sold your sidearm, issued by the citizens' militia, and now a civilian is running around the streets of Martinez with it?
Yeah.
Miraculously, his face does not reveal what's happening inside.
Yeah, I don't like it either.
You're right that she could cast aspersions on the Force. We have to find her.
Do you have any idea where we can find this person?
My apologies, officer, but I have no idea where she was coming from or where she went.
A needle in a haystack. There is nothing you can do about it now. You'll just have to hope you luck upon her somehow.
Yep.
Of course.
Something I wanted to sell.
Let me have a look.
I'll check my pockets.
Anything else you're thinking of selling?
I am not selling this monkey pen. This monkey pen is staying with me to the end of time. This thing is too cool. Are these postcards just to sell? Is there anything else I can do with them? I mean, I don't think I need $2 right now, so I'll hold on to that for now. Sell my clothes.
I'm not purchasing any more clothing at the moment. And especially that tie. It swallows photons around it. I have no need for necrotic objects.
Come again?
Your mother is a necrotic object! I'm fun! Look at me sparking in the light of the projector!
Thank God, my tie is still here, going strong.
Another time, perhaps.
Does he have anything more to tell me about my gun?
Sure thing. Sure, man.
Again. You high?
Feeling warm and enthralled by the movement of light, while the mind continues to race forward. Lucky bastard. He's probably on Parolidon. It's tough to come by on the street.
Yeah, what is that?
A drug developed by the military to treat and prevent radiation sickness. It has psychedelic side effects, and it makes your eyes turn yellow.
Oh, nice. I get to hallucinate while my liver gets destroyed. Ooh, let me see this. I like this one. Let's mess with him a little bit. Hey, it's kind of hot in here.
I try to keep the shop at a comfortable temperature.
There's a note
Dang
of
it.
indignation in his voice. Interesting.
I was hoping he'd start freaking out.
Those triangle patches on his vest, you have a feeling they mean something, like they're similar to the halogen rectangle on your jacket.
What's that triangle?
I was with the Emergency Relief Brigade. You know, after the People's Pile disaster. Had to take Parolidon for radiation sickness. That's what you were hinting at just now, wasn't it?
Thank you for saying it.
He's taken for mental and emotional, not physical pain these days.
What's that?
A bad idea. Some poor leftist built a particle decay generator in hopes of bringing affordable electricity to underserved communities. It malfunctioned. Radioactive waste everywhere. Probably some of it in you, too.
Okay. Tell me more about this brigade.
We were an all-volunteer force. Self-organized. Tried to help the fire brigades contain the spill.
Man, can you imagine volunteering to contain a radiation-like poisoning? Jesus.
I lived by the river since I was a small boy. The Esperance. Didn't have the art to let it all go to shit without trying to do something to help out. There wasn't much the volunteer force could do, however. We wasted years in the river mud. Years getting sick.
Must have been tough.
There's a reason why everyone's tried to forget any of it ever happened, and why no one has tried to repair or replace the pile. So much disappointment, and early deaths. Cancer mostly. And we knew all that was coming even as we were cleaning up as best we could.
Whose fault was it?
No one's. Everyone's.
So much bitterness.
A bunch of poor people built themselves a primitive nuclear reactor, hoping for the best. What do you think is going to happen?
How'd you end up running a pawn shop then?
The cleanup happened 15 years ago. I was young then. Later, my second aunt died. Left me this shack and all the assorted junk in it. So I came to Martinez. People told me don't go there. It's a shithole. I said, people, we just had a nuclear pile meltdown. I'm gonna get as far away from Forburg as I can. Still in the same city, but...
Fair enough, man. Thanks.
I like the theory more than the story. Outward movement, not vortices.
Yeah, you gotta get in on those vortices, my man.
This is not the time, electrochemistry. This man just told me a sad story of him trying to help his community and ending up sick. You just want to get high. I have other business to take care of. Hey, at least I learned where my gun is now. Well, kind of. Somebody bought it. I have a feeling it's going to be a wild goose chase to try to actually track down that gun. What else is there for me to do? Well, I can't get across here until Wednesday, apparently. Ooh, is that a bottle? Is that recyclable bottles? Why couldn't I sell my recyclable bottle to Mr. Pawn Shop over there? Nothing here. Let me heal my morale to full. I might as well. I never went this way east, so let's see what's going on east. Hello.
I am a gander and a hunter and a gatherer. Feel like a traveler.
A simple little cadence. He seems to be making it up as he goes.
Hey, you stop that singing, I'm the law. Let me keep listening.
From another planet. Hey there.
What's up? What's going on?
It's the jam, my man.
What's the jam?
It's a traffic jam for the ages. Harbor gates up the street are shut tight. No explanation given. Workers on strike, scabs agitating, an all-around clusterfuck.
Oh, okay, so this is the traffic jam I was looking for, not across the canal. Okay.
Meanwhile, we're all stuck here in long-haul limbo for days upon days upon days.
This could cause a supply shortage. Oh. This could cause a supply shortage, huh? How long you been here?
Feels like forever. Like I was born on this here roundabout and this was all I ever knew. Just me and the metal and the tires, the oil and the fumes of mazout.
I don't know what you just said.
Yeah, imagine. It's been a whole week already.
Behind the laugh, however, a touch of sorrow.
So tell me, what do you need?
Tell me more about this strike.
It's like, whatever's going on over at the docks. Workers got a blockade set up, making demands, no way in or out.
What are they demanding?
Some pretty wild stuff, I hear. Like a giant new power crane in half the company? I forget what exactly. Good on them, I guess. I've heard talk there's a company rep in town, too. Like, a strike negotiator type. They'd know what's up. Precise demands and so on.
I mean, Joyce. What do you think the company wants?
They want to keep that money flowing in, my man. Ka-ching.
True. Anything else?
Anything else? Yeah, this ain't really my area of expertise. I just do my job and get paid. I have things to do and places to be. All of us do.
Got to do that grind. All of who?
Us lorry drivers. Cam, your nurse. You still hang around here waiting for this mess to end. Most have scurried off somewhere to get drunk or high. Or laid. Not that I blame them, really.
Yeah, what about you?
Not my thing. Chasing transient pleasures is a drag these days. I prefer the examined life now. Thinking, reflecting, observing.
Do you know anything about the dead guy?
He ain't one of us drivers. I know that. All accounted for. Otherwise, I haven't really asked about that. Been wasting time right here. Keep him busy.
It's easy to see he's telling the truth. He's kept his nose out of the dark stuff.
Busy with what?
Analyzing the fundamental structural and psychological conditions of being stranded in the midst of a sea of motor lorries and their sad, despondent chauffeurs.
Yes, that's how I love to spend my time. And your conclusion?
A sense of surprise there ain't more bodies hanging from more trees.
Interesting. Think people are just gonna go mad because they're stranded for a little while? What are you hauling?
Oh, high-grade narcotics, illegal firearms, stuff like that.
Awesome.
Time to arrest him.
Come on, authority. Don't... Again. He's joking. Wicked. I wanted an underworld friend.
Ha! No, I'm joking, my man. Found runs a nice, clean business. This haul of cargo is mostly sporting goods. You know, tracksuits and that kind of thing.
Oh, we got Adidas jackets?
They usually get shipped to Grodd in the Occident. Though we've been making headway in the Il Moran market lately.
Yeah, can I get a tracksuit?
We're pals and all, but I can't just freely hand out the merchandise. The bosses won't be happy.
Ah, come on, you know, just tell them they got lost. Is that your machine behind you?
This rockin' beauty. Sure is. Like a rash you can't get rid of. You interested in heavy-duty cargo machinery?
Yeah, I guess they're neat.
Neat. For carrying large quantities of cargo a long distance. These found tracksuits need to find their way to the kids way out in Wamrau and Loran Bird somehow.
There it is again. A little touch of sadness beneath his cool. He thinks he's spent too long in this lorry.
Right.
The man taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm.
What do I see in his eyes?
Ease
I see
into
failure.
it.
Ugh.
Don't go too far.
Why even...
This seems
I'm
like
not gonna be
personal
upset by that
matter.
anymore. I just fail every time anyways. I'm just gonna assume I fail no matter what. I wanna know about your soul.
Cool, cool. We all want to know each other, know each other's woes and all. But people, man, they have slippery souls.
Just like that, he slips out of your reach. It is possible the yelling didn't help.
Seem like you know about drugs.
Ah, man. Me and narcotics go way back. Had some good times surfing the psychic waves of my own consciousness, you know?
True.
But those days are behind me. There are other addictions in my life now. Why the inquiry, my man?
We're trying to get high. Let me be straight with this guy. He's a cool guy. I like him.
We have a credible lead, sir. Someone on this roundabout is waiting for a bulk shipment from the harbor to load it on their lorry and drive it to Jamrock.
Not me, man. No way. I don't need any trouble. Shit's bad enough anyway. This jam's got folks up in arms, and I'm afraid it's headed toward a conflagration.
I don't think I'm being naive here, but I really don't think he's involved in anything. And if he is, he might not be in on it. I hope he has something to say about somebody.
Look, man, I try to stay away from the criminal underbelly of Revachol. I'm a guest here. You really need to find another man to probe with those questions.
Dang it. You give me some money?
Huh? Oh. No, I ain't got any money. They don't want to pay for unfinished work. The bosses, man.
I get, makes sense, I guess.
Makes sense. It sucks is what it does.
Of course.
Maybe don't tell people. The people they don't like are actually right.
I'm good for now.
Don't be a stranger.
You don't think he wanted to hear that, that he doesn't deserve to get paid? He seemed like a cool enough guy. He hasn't sat with his consciousness and thought about that, oh yeah, you know what? They're probably not gonna pay me, before all this stuff gets done.
An old monument stands in the middle of the traffic island, pointing toward the sea. It looks as if it's been reassembled piece by piece, secured and mounted in the air with the aid of numerous ropes and rods.
Who's this?
A silver plaque on the statue's pedestal reads, "I am Philip III, the Squanderer, the greatest of the Philippian kings of Revachol, son of Philip II, the opulent, father of Philip IV, the insane." Not a good track record of mental health in that family.
See if I can figure something out here. Reality lowdown gotten.
Even by the standards of the Philippian kings, old sumptuous Philip was known for his profligacy.
In what way?
Well, he blew through the whole national treasury, starting the decline of one of the penultimate century's greatest superpowers, the suzerain of Revachol. His own maladministration foreshadowed the fall of the monarchy. During the anti-centennial revolution, an end to his family line and the monarchy on the Insulindian Isola.
How did he manage to blow through the entire treasury?
Stories have it that he had his bedroom converted into a treasure chamber, where he stored unfathomable wealth. Krugerrands, bars of gold, ornate weaponry, armor, and various chalices. He called it the Sol Aurum. It was obscene. There were whispers he slept on a huge pile of gold-dipped feathers, like some obese dragon, instead of a bed, like a normal person.
Is he like Smaug from The Hobbit?
The man certainly knew how to live.
Yeah, deplorable farce. That's so ridiculous.
But wait, you haven't even heard about his fabled cocaine addiction.
Of course it was a cocaine addiction.
You see, old Philippe wasn't just good at squandering the national treasury on gold and ceremonial weaponry. He was also a prodigious snorter of nose candy.
I can't wait for electrochemistry to jump in and tell me something about this. So he was addicted, a bloated druggie.
That's what the revolutionaries said 150 years later, right before they emptied out the royal mausoleum and dumped His Majesty's mortal remains in the Insulindian Bay.
This is a lot to process.
His Majesty's courtiers said it helped him connect with the higher realms.
Sure it did. What's nose candy?
Cocaine.
Straightforward. Where's he buried?
Beneath the cold waters of the Insulindian Bay, thrown there by the revolutionaries after they cleaned out the royal mausoleum.
And this statue?
The original was blown apart by communards, then further damaged during the landing of the coalition's airships during the turn-of-the-century revolution, when Martinez was leveled.
Who restored it?
Some years ago, a group of liberal, artistically inclined individuals, designers mostly, thought it would be ironic to restore the statue of the most wasteful ruler of Revachol in the poorest part of the city.
Okay.
The statue is supposed to capture the moment it was blown apart, like an instant frozen in time, a rare butterfly trapped in amber, floating on a sea of shit.
I like it.
People in Martinez tend to disagree, as do many prominent art critics and thought leaders with more nuanced social awareness than the young ironists. Philip III, the Squanderer, however, with his bronze face up in the air, doesn't seem concerned about what the hoi polloi think of him in death.
Interesting. So now I have a little bit more of a sense of where I'm going. Since I'm doing this stuff for Joyce, now I'm gonna be exploring this roundabout, talking to people, seeing what I can find. That should definitely be fun. Let's try to figure out what's going on with this smuggling business. For now, that's it for today, and hopefully I can keep investigating on the next one. Hope you enjoyed.